please join me at onpath.health and sign up for the weekly Zoom sessions. And you can watch the YouTube replays and share and like and all that good stuff. Thanks again. Welcome. This is Andy. Let's take a natural stance. Feet about hip to shoulder width apart. Everything we do standing, we could do seated with modifications. So even with this hour practice, that might be a lot, or that might not be possible for you. So at any time, if you have a seat nearby, take a seat. For now, if you can, stand in a natural stance. Relax the body, relax the breath. Easier said than done. So begin paying attention to your breath with your mind. Focus your attention, your awareness on the breath. And let that breath begin to draw slower, deeper into the lower abdomen, as if your lungs are in your belly. You still feel the expansion in the chest and the deflation, compression. But let that also take place in the lower abdomen. The belly expand on the inhale, gently squeeze and contract on the exhale. Helps to move the diaphragm. It's also known as diaphragmatic breathing, deep abdominal breath. Like a baby at rest with all needs met. Like a resting puppy or a kitty. They've been fed and everything's okay. And they can let down the guard. And they can soften into rest and sleep. Move into some slow moving meditation practices. Again, we don't have to know all the details and we don't have to have it all just right. So long as it's right for us for now, as long as it's not causing us pain and distress. You can always ease back if it's a little bit too much. Again, we'll move around a little bit. Continue with some potentially more intensive Qigong stretches that will also be in their own nature gentle as well. Move into some fire flower Qigong after some energy flow. For this moment, to stand and feel the breath in the belly. Let the mind pay attention to the breathing. And unify and enhance our inner connection by bringing our mind onto the breath and the breath deeper into the body. Feeling the breath move in the body. The belly expands and the chest inflates with the inhale. As we gently squeeze the chest down into the belly as we exhale. I find myself here. I am here. I am here, and they are here with me. I am here in this place. I am here in this body. I am here in this heart, with this mind, in this awareness. I am here in this moment, with this intention. And let's begin. Exhale, press the hands down. Lift the hands up with a deep breath in. Let the belly expand up into the chest. Feel the fullness. Wherever holding our breath and you need to breathe, you just breathe. It's okay. Exhale and squeeze it out. Like anything else we practice, we build up. And then we get better and stronger. Gather. We practice in the best of times so that when we're going through stuff, it's a little bit easier. A little softer. Exhale. Third deep breath. Let the belly expand up the chest. Feel the fullness in the chest. Squeeze down into the belly. Exhale. And as we're standing, feel free to twist, sway, move as you need to. And let's chi up. Clap the hands together. Rub the hands together. If you need to be more quiet, you could skip the clapping. Not necessary. It's helpful to activate the hands, activating the arms. The body is continually moving. As energy moves, physical, chemical energy moves through the body. Subtle energy, spiritual energy moves through the body. The heart beats and moves blood, takes in oxygen from the pumping of the breath, letting the body, the breath, and the heart pump. Activating the hands, slow down, exhale. Bring the hands towards the face, deep breath in. Gather as if your hands, your awareness, your breath could cleanse from the top of your head down to your feet. Exhale, release. Tracing from the toes up to the head with your mind. Stretch your mind. Breathe in and up. Bring your awareness to the top of your head. Exhale with your mind, your hands pointing, and your breath down into the earth. As you could create a root, an earth root below your feet. From below your feet to well above the head. Inhale up. About 2 arm stretches above the head. Top of your personal space, your aura, your guardian field, your buffer. Imagine brilliant white light, a white ball, sun. Exhale from well above the head to the center of the earth. Exhale down. Reach with your fingers, stretch with your mind as if you could touch the center of the earth. Breathe the earth up to the sky. Your awareness rise higher. Exhale, the sky pouring down. For a moment, relax the breath, relax the body. Clasping the hands behind the back, or you could hold them on your belly instead. Lifting one leg at a time and just kind of feel around in there. What am I working with today? How's it going? In the leg zone. Is there anything tight and painful to be careful with? Is there anything that's weakened or in a healing state, likewise, to take care of? Once I feel around into both sides, sense what I'm working with today, bring the feet flat, lifting one heel at a time. I'll give you a side view, a little bit of dream walking. It could be light, minimal, and easy. It could be slow, full, and exaggerated. And you might work through varying paces. And you might work into a quick, light lift of the heels, like a light jog in place, keeping the balls of the feet connected to the earth as we activate the legs. Pumping blood, lubricating joints, moving fluids, lymphatic circulation, heart pumping blood, breath pumping air, oxygen, fueling the body, breath in the belly, awareness in the legs, stretching my mind, pointing my attention to my feet, to my legs, to the light movement in my hips, breath in the belly, connection of my wrists and my lower back, or the palms of my hands on my belly if they're in front. And slow it down. Hands on the hips, or you could always put your hand on your belly instead. Rocking the hips side to side. Again, feeling it out in the body. What am I working with today? Something taking its toll. Do I need to be careful, Do I feel tip-top? When you're ready to begin to draw a circle in the air, the hips, pelvis forward, swinging to one side. Doesn't matter if you're moving in the opposite direction of what I'm moving in. We're going to go in both directions. Let the butt and pelvis swing back. To the side, I'm making a fairly large circle, but yours could be very light, minimal, and easy. The things that we begin to develop is listening to the body. So if we move slow enough, at least in the beginning, we can listen for feedback from the body. Is there something in pain? Something that feels weakened? Do I feel tip-top or somewhere in between? So we call this exercise stirring the pot, as if your hips and pelvis made a bowl, as if your spine was a spoon. Stirring in one direction, and slow it down, reverse the circle. Focusing the breath in the belly. Sometimes we're taking big, slow, deep breaths. Sometimes we're taking short, rapid breaths. All kinds of breathing techniques. Qigong, Tai Chi, yoga, moving meditation, mind-body practices. When we're not doing something in particular, we slow down the breath, slow abdominal, gentle breathing in the belly. Slow it down, bring it to the center. Light bend the knees like you're taking a seat without putting the knees past the big toes. So for flexibility, I might fully extend or fully flex. So if I'm focused on mobility, then I don't want to press too deep and strain my joints. I don't need to be too deep. I want to be light and easy on my feet and gentle in the body. As we begin to turn the hips side to side, balls of the feet connected to the earth, breath in the belly, turning the hips side to side. The nice thing about having the hands on the hips is that it really makes that connection between the rotation of my hip and the rotation of my spine that turns my shoulder and swings my arm. And that way I stay fully connected and aligned with my joints. Relax the arms. Just let the arms dangle and twist side to side. Slow and easy. That feels good in your body and your spine. Twist the hip and twist a little further. If you'd like to, you can bend at the elbows and lightly tap across the shoulder and chest and lower back and hip area. Trunk twisting. Focusing on the spiral, the rotational force, angular momentum, centrifugal forces, those kinds of things. And as that's happening, we feel that transfer and translate through the body as I push and twist one side to the other. That feedback, that force, that energy moves through my body and spirals all the way up to my head. Moves across my shoulders to my arms and out to my fingers. Reconnecting as I touch my body, as I connect across my center line, wrap my arms around, focusing the breath in the belly, and slow it down. Okay, so it's a little bit of warm up. Shake a leg, shake the branches of the tree. We'll move into a few pieces of the energy flow set, which is a fairly long practice. It's about an hour at medium pace, basic practice level, and has about 32 pieces to it, 4 parts, 8 pieces in each part. For what we're doing with this, I'll pick and choose. Nice thing about that set is you can do all of it, part of it, skip to the end, mix and match. It all goes really well together. And then that set is what helps to, one of the things that can help to soften the mind, relax the body, and once that happens and I open up to my inner power, my ability to self-heal, the body's natural tendency to take care of itself, to rejuvenate, when that's taking place, then if I'm going to stretch or I'm going to do some kind of developmental thing or focus on some kind of awareness, then that really helps to empower whatever I do next. So if that's stillness meditation, working on a project or whatever, that puts me in that space to where I have more to work with than dress mode, Andy. So here we go. I'll give you a side view. I'll pick a few pieces of the set. I have a full version of the set on YouTube without instruction, so once you get to know it, you can follow along. You can hear the breathing, so you could also get the breathing pattern. Likewise, there's a full set of fire flower qigong exercises. What we're doing here with the moving meditation, we're just creating a little mini recipe for the day that you like focusing on combinations of movements that are helpful. So let's get into it. Tracing ourselves vertically, exhale. Point with your fingers, feel your fingers point. Focuses the mind, point towards your toes. As if you could breathe through your toes up into your belly, gather. Hold the breath, breathe if you need to though. Weave your mind and point your fingers as if you could pass through the center between your hips, under the belly button, pointing to your lower back. Exhale up along the spine to the top of the head. Breathe out the nose if you can, out the mouth if you need to. Breathe from the top of the head down into the belly, just below the belly button. Weave your mind through your hips, lower back. Press the palms down along the sides and backs of your legs. Exhale, send your mind down through the feet into the earth. And just do the best you can, looping under the feet. Inhale, pull up. Gathering from the earth. Weave through the center, connecting to the lower core hub. Exhale from the lower back up. Tracing your mind along the spine, rising up. Inhale, pouring down. Weave through the center, as if drawing a figure eight in the body, weaving the infinite in the body. Exhale down. Let that drive down the back of the heels, below your feet, the soles of the feet to the toes. Slow it down. Inhale, pull up. Gathering richness, support, foundation from the earth. Hold the breath, feel the pressure, and move it to your lower back. Let that move up the spine to the top of the head. Exhale up along the back. Slowing it down a little bit. Inhale, air into the lungs, the sky pouring down. Drawing inspiration, connecting with elevation. Weave it through the center, merge with the infinite. Exhale down into the earth. Gather, draw up with your mind, your breath, your fingers. Through. Point up with your mind, your fingers, your breath up along the spine. Send your awareness. Stretch your imagination. Gather. Weave. And circulate. Only bend the knees as deep as you can. If you can, bring the knees in. If not, that's okay. Bring the palms together. It can stay high, light, and easy. Better, easier than low and deep. Relax the breath for a moment. We'll just let the breath be natural for a moment as we begin to work our way from below our feet up through the legs. Begin to tilt back, let the pelvis kind of move forward slightly, and press the knees out and begin to straighten up and reach up. So it might be minimal and light. Whatever pathway feels good to your body as we reach up and then open up like a fountain out in all directions. So I let my mind stretch, not just where I feel my arms, focus there first, but shining down in front and back, gathering in a golden pool below the feet. a springing well rising as we tilt back gently. The knees aren't already out, pressed out, and then lift up, straighten up, shoot your way up through the body, send your awareness to the sky. Meet that brilliant white personal sun shining above. As that golden light shoots up from below the feet, it's this brilliant white ball of light, union, connection, earth and sky. Imagine a white and golden light shining down in all directions, like a sphere, like a membrane, pouring down in all directions, shining down through the body, gathers once again in the golden pool below the feet. We begin to move our way up, drawing golden love, magnetic soul, energy, nourishment rising all the way up through our physical body to well above the head, meets with white light, electric spirit breath, inspiration, shines and pours down all around, balance and union, strengthening my field that surrounds my body. Now with breath, exhale. Inhale from the feet up. Weave your way up, shoot to the sky, open up like a spout, exhale. If you need extra breaths, take them, or just skip the deep breathing and breathe naturally. You can skip the breathing pattern. Inhale up. Connect above from below. Open up, let a radiant white and golden radiant field surround your body, pouring down. The body, the column in the center, connecting with the hands, pressing down. The knees don't have to come in, they could stay parallel. Inhale from below your feet, a golden well shooting up, making its way from the lower abdomen, core, the heart, chest, through the mind, awareness, the higher awareness, super consciousness, from the sky to the heavens, and exhale, shine it down. Now relax the breath for a moment. Round the arms, kind of like you had a tree to hug. Might not be a tree hugger, but just for today, be a tree hugger. And hold the hands low. So imagine your body is that tree. The circumference, a column, it's about as wide as your shoulders, around your body and your spine in the very center. Send your awareness down to your feet while you round in the arms and the fingers, nice and kind of rounded like you were going to make a hoop or a Nerf ball. And as your mind shoots down below your feet, connect your awareness to below your feet, a golden pool, a golden ball of light, like you were swirling water in a glass or a beaker. There's a little bit of water at the bottom and you wanted to make its way up the edges of the glass. You begin to swish and swirl. You begin to slowly make a spiraling, swirling sensation as you raise the arms up, and imagine that pulling this beautiful golden light like a sheath around the body, golden column. Though your hands can't reach too far above your head, just stop somewhere that's comfortable and keep swirling your way up until you meet that radiant ball of light, about 2 arm stretches, about 4 feet above your head. Now reverse direction, doesn't matter which direction you go, and begin to swirl your way down. So instead of just stopping swirling and having the water just fall down, we're just going to slowly swirl our way down, drawing this beautiful white light down through the body, into the feet, into the earth, and begin to swirl our way back up. And as I swirl up and below, same time I could imagine swirling down from above, And as I begin swirling down from above, you can imagine simultaneously swirling up from below. Golden light, golden column rising, white column descending. You do now with breath, exhale. Roll your way up, breathe in. And exhale, swirl your way down. If your arms get tired, you can just rest your arms on your belly or your heart, and you could just focus on the light movement with your mind, your breath. Rise up. Roll your way up. Connect vertically, and as we connect vertically, that fountain, that spout shoots out in all directions around us and flowing back down. And as that white light hits the earth, that golden ball of light rises like a plume surrounding the body. Connects and breathe, rising up and down through the center. Same time at the top and the bottom creates a radiant golden white sphere of light. It pours out from above in all directions and flows up in all directions from below, surrounding us. Exhale down. Now rotate, relax the breath, rotate the thumbs towards your body. Internally rotate in the shoulder joints, bring the back of the hands together. If you'd like to, you could bring the knees in a little bit, but we're not going to come all the way in necessarily. Just kind of rotate yourself in and down and let your fingers point, your mind point below your feet as your body becomes more solid, more resilient. Not so rigid that it breaks, it's a flexible strength. I send my mind down into the earth, and I root myself there like a seed, like a root ball below my feet. Now begin to rotate the thumbs out, externally rotating in the shoulder joints, and lengthen the legs and spiral your way up. And if you'd like to, you can keep the head neck neutral, just point the top of your head to the sky. If you're comfortable, let your chin lift, let your head drop back, and rotate as far out as you can, thumbs behind you, only as far as you can. And then begin to spiral your way down, begin to rotate in slowly, bend the knees, thumbs rolling in till the back of the hands meet, letting yourself spiral through the body down into the earth, connecting with that grounding, rooting, nourishment, divine feminine, Mother Earth. Begin to rise and spiral outward, rising like a fountain, shooting up to the sky, connecting in the heavens, the cosmos, divine masculine, electricity. Now rotate, bend the knees, roll in, and let yourself spiral down into the earth. Bring that beautiful white light down into the earth, connecting above and below. With breath, exhale. Inhale, spiral up and out. Hold the breath if you can, feel the fullness. Exhale, spiral in and down. Inhale up and out. Exhale, spiral in and down. Let yourself root into the earth while stretching above. Elevated above, rooted below, stretched between. Inhale, rise. The central line, the central column, surrounded by a sphere. Let your awareness of yourself expand beyond your physical body. Exhale and spiral down. Feel yourself in the center. Move into final circulations, tracing the infinite. Exhale. Breathe from the toes up into the belly. Breathe through the center. Point to your lower back. Exhale, pointing up along your back to the top of your head. Inhale, white and golden light pouring down. Weave through the center. Exhale down the legs into the earth. Inhale, gather. Connect in your lower abdomen, weave. Exhale up. Inhale, pouring down. Weave through the center. Exhale into the earth. One more time. Gather from below the feet. Golden love, magnetic energy, soul. Drawing nourishment from the earth, from creation. Weave to the back. Exhale, white light, electric spirit, breath rising. Elevating. Inspired. From the breath, gathering gold and love down into the belly. Filling the well, recharging the battery. Weave through the hip, exhale down into the earth. Cycling and releasing anything that's outdated, unneeded. And one time from the outside in, scoop out to the side, deep breath in. You could breathe out through the nose if you like, or use a cleansing exhale, pour from the sky down to the body. As if you could scoop into the earth. Breathe the earth up from the feet to the sky. Connecting above the head, hitting that brilliant white sun and shooting out in all directions like a spout. Exhale. Matching up and down, front and back, sides. Connect and open, deep breath in. Connect the hands. Turn them out, exhale down. Hold the breath out and scan or sweep the hands up along the body, pointing towards the face. Inhale the sky down to the earth. Keep inhaling up and all around. Rising like a plume, meets that ball of light, pours down through a funnel. Hold the breath and press down. Hold the breath and root yourself into the earth. Pressing on a spring. Exhale, rising, shooting up and out. Exhale. This time breathe up the center. Hold the breath and exhale from the sky down into the earth, up and all around. Keep empty. Exhale if you can. Inhale like a pump, like a vacuum, pull from the earth up. Keep inhaling. Keep inhaling. You're out of room in the lungs, but it doesn't matter. Keep inhaling. Exhale and hold the heart space. Relax the breath. Relax the body. Free to twist, sway, and move. You might need a seat. Take a momentary rest. Grab a sip of water. And if you feel up to it, just stay where you are. Stay in the space. Nice thing about moving meditation is you can practice being in that light to mid-level level of meditation and relaxation, yet still be active. So you can go into those heightened or deepened states of being, have a corresponding effect in the brain and nervous system, physiology. You can practice moving into those states, but also still be able to function, be able to do things. And relax the arms, relax the body. As we move into pushing the sky from Fire Flower Qigong. With the hands like you're holding the bottom of a bowl, connect the index and thumbs. And if your hands don't cooperate, you can always just keep your hands open for fixing our hands into a particular position, a mudra, a posture. If that doesn't work for you, just keep your hands open. Fire Flower Qigong, level 1 stretching, first practice phase. Breath in the belly, breathing into the movements as your body feels called to. Open the palms, bend the knees and reach across your body, lightly arcing forward, not too deep. If you can, bring the knees in, wonderful. If you can't, that's okay. Chin is slightly tucked. Swing the arms down, and as the hands meet the knees, if they're not already pressed out to the side, we're going to part the knees, press the knees till they're even with the ankles and the hips, and then begin to lift with the palms forward, rising up, just as we had done before, focusing on that vertical awareness and the spherical awareness, like being at the center of a wheel, with the wheel being a sphere, a round wheel, spherical wheel. Bend the knees, bend the elbows, and tilt the thumbs back, rotating in the shoulders till your hands are at a diagonal and the arms are diagonal. As we bend the knees and press ourselves down into the earth, as we begin to grow upward. Now moving into a vertical stretch, lengthen the legs and connect the palms. If you can't reach up, you could reach up maybe not quite as high or out in front somewhere. You could even keep the hands down if you really just can't do that motion. You could make all these circles low in the body instead of big and full. So it's important to be extreme. It's more important to find the right threshold of practice. Something that is not too little and not too much. If you can, interlace the ring and middle fingers. Leave the pinky, index, and thumbs connected. If that's confusing or doesn't work out for you, just keep your hands together. Lift up with the hands. Feel free to keep the head and neck neutral if you need to protect your balance and your spinal health. If you can, let the head lean back, focusing the breath in the belly, opening at the front, the chest, front of the body, throat, the brow. And if you can, slide the head through the arms and gently tuck the chin forward without forcing it. Opening up the back of the body, behind the shoulder blades, behind the neck, backs of the legs, all along the spine. And if you'd like to, you could create that awareness, that connection, that sense that there's something holding me up above and something rooting me down below. And now bend the knees, bend the elbows, and melt and relax forward. Let the elbows come forward, rounding the back, thumbs and soft tissue at the base of the skull. Can't hold your hands behind you. You could always just kind of hold them on the side or on your chest even. We can only do what we can do. Aligning the spine and engaging the 3 cores. I'll give you a side view. We're going to lift the chin just about level, keeping it slightly tucked to lengthen the cervical vertebrae. And with the knees bent, it allows me to tuck my tailbone under and point it down, lengthening the lumbar spine. And then I'm going to bring my elbows and shoulder blades back and squeeze my belly. It could be a gentle squeeze or a firm squeeze as your body feel into it. Don't cause yourself pain. And once I squeeze the body, now relax, elbows forward, rounding again. Bring your weight to your heels, then to the balls of your feet. You might even be able to rock back, planting the balls of the feet. Bring the hands above the head. Rotate the palms forward and up, bringing the arms at a slight diagonal in front of you. Instead of pushing right over the head and tightening the shoulders, we're going to come out in front a little bit. If you can, go up onto the toes, push the sky. It's easier to balance if you're looking straight ahead, but maybe looking at the ceiling meets the wall. Or if you can, look up at your hands. If you need to, you could be flat on the feet. And if you can't reach up, reach out, wherever that happens to be in the body. Relax the elbows, point the index fingers So now you can see that there's a space right above your head, that's the crown. Where your fingers and arms are stretched, that's another area of our consciousness or unconscious energy. And another arm stretch above that is our super consciousness, our connection to all that is, the cosmos. Now open up, trace a big arcing light. You might focus on where the arms are for now, but imagine that moves in a 360-degree direction, in the front, the back, all directions. Halfway down, connect the index and thumbs, and return yourself to the center, connecting in the lower dantian, the lower hub core. Almost as if your hands were reminiscent of your pelvic bone. Again, open the palms, reach in, reach across, bend the knees, they can come in or not. Breath is in the belly, breathing additionally as you feel it. Open up, gather. Bend the knees as you begin to reach up, diagonally, thumbs rotate back a little bit. Plant yourself down and then shoot up to the sky. Doesn't matter if your arms can get all the way up there, they could be somewhere in front or pointed down or partially lifted. If you can, interlace the ring and middle fingers, giving you a side view so you can see. Pinky, index, and thumbs connected, like making the sign language sign for love. You need to keep the head neck neutral if you can, lay the head back. Exhale, deep breath in. Hold the breath if you can. Exhale, tuck the head forward, release. Hold the breath out for a moment if you can. Breathe in. Breathe out. And begin to melt and ease your way down. Bending the elbows, the knees, thumbs and soft tissue at the base of the skull, hands wrapped around the back of the head if you can. Rounding, relaxed forward. Now align, we can start from the top down or from the bottom up. So this time we're going to go from the bottom up. As long as my knees are bent, I can let my hip bone move back slightly, pointing my tailbone down, lengthening my lower back. Lift the chin just about level, leaving it slightly tucked, like you're trying to listen to something behind you in the distance. The ears are perked. The crown of the head is lifted. And then pressing back with the shoulders and squeezing into the legs and belly and the chest. It could be a gentle squeeze or a firm squeeze as we align the spine and squeeze into the core, connecting the upper, lower, and middle body. Relax forward. Either shift back and then press into the balls of the feet, or you could rock back and then plant the balls of the feet forward and the hands above the crown. Roll the palms forward and up. If you can't reach up, reach out or reach down. So you got that by now. Push up onto the toes, push the sky. Pick a focal point. Looking straight ahead or slightly down is easier than looking up. Once you lose sight of the ground, you're going to have to develop internal balance, which is helpful. It can take some practice. Relax the palms, point the fingers, reach way above your head. Big arcing light from above, moving in all directions. Brush our arms through our personal space, our field, buffer. Connect at the middle finger, the index finger and thumb rather. And the middle fingers connect as they come to the center. So now we're going to go through that again. Go ahead and move about and wiggle about for a second if you like. So we're going to go through a few more of those repetitions. This time we're going to control the breath and use our cleansing breath. There's additional other breathing techniques that we would use and can use, but this will keep it a little bit easier to do in the beginning before moving on to advanced styles of breathing techniques. So with the cleansing breath, it's a big full breath in, and then the cleansing breath out. There's going to be 3 breaths per exercise. So per pair we'll have 6 deep breaths throughout the whole set. In the beginning, you might have to take helper breaths or just breathe naturally in between. So you might take a deep breath with me and breathe regular for a moment, and then breathe out with me and breathe regular for a moment. So do what you need to do. Be kind to yourself, be kind to your body. We can only do what we can do. The wisdom is to know just how far, where's the threshold, what is too little, and what is too much. Find that middle point. And maybe there's something else that's a better fit in this moment. And I'm also free to do or not do. Adjusting the breath, exhale. Tracing vertically, deep breath in, lift the hands. Let your mind rise up the sky above you. Personal sun shining down, exhale into the earth. Just, if you could scoop the earth, breathe up to the sky. Your awareness as high as you can imagine, top of the sky. The top of the sky down to the center of the earth. You could breathe the whole earth and connect yourself with the cosmos. Gather, breath in. Concentric circles, spheres. The sphere around the body, sphere of the earth, the sphere of the universe. Exhale yourself down. Hold the breath if you can, breathe if you need it. Hands in lotus position. Cross the arms. You might have had an extra breath, that's okay. Exhale, inhale, open up. Hold the breath a moment, bend the knees, reach up to a diagonal, exhale. Inhale, reach up vertically. Hold the breath, interlace the ring and middle fingers, lift up with the arms, lay the head back. Breathe if you need it. Hold the breath in if you can. Exhale, head forward. Hold the breath empty if you can. Keep the breath out. Oops, we aren't supposed to exhale yet. Breathe in again. Alright, here we go. Now exhale, bend the knees. So you got an extra breath anyway. Melt down. Align the spine, tailbone, chin. Squeeze. Hold the breath out if you can. Shift and rock back. Weight to the balls of the feet. Hands up. Inhale, push the sky. Hold the breath in. Open up, point. And cleanse. Hold the breath empty if you can. Take an extra breath if you need it. Reach in. Exhale. Open up, deep breath in. Gather. Sink down, reach up. Exhale. Let that meet in the middle, in the heart. Inhale vertically up to the sky. Hold the breath in, match up the hands and fingers. Interlace the ring and middle fingers, lift up. Get the head back. Hold the breath in. Open up the front. Chin down, hold the breath in. Open up the back. Exhale down, melt. This one's a hard one, so if you can, hold the breath out as we align and squeeze. Breathe if you need to. Release. Pump or rock back, rock forward. Inhale, push at a diagonal. Hold the breath in. Point and reach up. Cleanse. Let's take an extra breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's take another one. Breathe in. Might be easy for you. This might be challenging. If you find it challenging, just breathe naturally and focus on the movement. Exhale. Reach across, reach in. Open, inhale, rise, gather. Sink down, reach up, exhale. Stretch your mind, your breath, your body vertically. Inhale. Interlace and reach up, lay the head back, stretch. Feel the fullness of the breath. Chin down. Stretch. Exhale and melt. Feel the emptiness as you tuck the tailbone, lift the chin, elbows back, gentle firm squeeze. Relax forward, rock back, hands up. Inhale, push the sky. Hold the breath in, push up and point. Cleansing exhale. Reach in, open, gather. Sink down, reach up, exhale. Inhale, lift. Hold the breath in, interlace and stretch. Chin down. Exhale and melt. Moving fast for you so you don't have to hold your breath for too long. Eventually we would hold these postures longer, hold the breath longer. For now, we'll move through it. Inhale, push the sky. Open up, cleanse. 3 deep breaths. Two. Three. Let this one be soft and gentle. Now just go ahead and let your arms relax. Just take a moment to nourish, to soak, feel, to be. Welcome to be seated, or you could stay standing. Either way, just let your body twist, sway, and move. Whatever comes up, whatever feels good right now. Feel the connectedness of the feet to the earth, the groundedness, the support. As if you were embedded in the earth below you. Strong foundation. Planting a pole in the ground. The body be free to move gently, like a buoy, like a gyroscope, balancing, even in motion. Rising up to the head reaching to the sky. Expand your awareness. You're not just the thoughts in your mind. We're not just mental activity. There's a part of us that is aware of the thoughts in the mind. I allow myself a higher perspective, higher awareness, that I may begin to sort out what are helpful thoughts and thinking processes, ideas, and what are destructive, unhelpful, and that I can't tell my brain which thoughts to generate next based on life stories, life experience, past and future thinking. I can bring myself into this moment, this body, this breath, and I can begin to sort out and redirect. Sometimes an uncomfortable thought might come up, and I might need to look at it, and that's okay, if there's truth in it. It also might be an exaggeration. It might be something that isn't entirely true, or doesn't help the cause. Then I can redirect, I could add an extra line, an extra thought of hope. I'm in pain. Or I am experiencing pain now. Things will change over time. And give myself, my thoughts, the prospect of hope. And then I could also focus on what actually might be going well. Even though I might be experiencing some pain, there might be something else that's going well that I'm happy or proud about. We relax and move and sway in the body, breath in the belly. We bring ourselves into the moment and allow myself to feel my emotion. What's going on inside my heart, inside my body. You know, it's creating a chemical reaction in the brain, the body itself. There's a certain truth to our feeling, though some of that can be exaggerated or distorted or intensified beyond what is true. As I relax my mind, I begin to be aware that I'm more than the thoughts in my mind. I expand my consciousness, my awareness, to feeling my emotion, that I'm more than my feelings. My feelings are important. They tell me something about my life, how I feel. Sometimes those can be so intense that we do things that are out of character, that are imbalanced or out of wisdom. I allow my mind to settle, and my perspective to rise to a bigger self, surrounded in all directions by radiant, vibrant, personal field of energy of light. I feel myself strong and centered in the body, easily moving in any direction that is right for me. Feeling my emotion, I begin to soften, become gentle. I can still feel them, I can still know they're there. They can still indicate something to me about my life experience. I am bigger, greater than the internal changes that happen in the emotions that we experience. And as my mind becomes more clear, as my heart and emotions begin to settle, I find myself connected into my lower body, my lower abdomen, my lower core. As I seat myself into my physical power, as I restore my physical health, as I gather nourishment from below, inspiration from above, I allow this connection in the lower body to cultivate vitality, inner power, connection to life, all life. My life, this body, this heart, this mind, this greater awareness. I am here. I extend my awareness to my root below my feet, the carrier of my destiny. And from below my feet, reaching up through my body, stretch, another stretch above the head, to the part that knows everything about everything that needs to be known about. A higher consciousness, a higher awareness, connection to the universe, the stars, the sky, to the heavens. I feel myself tethered and supported between heaven and earth, between the sky and the ground, between the mother and the father, the child, standing in the center, surrounded in loving light, nourishment, inspiration. Allow myself to soak, feel, and to be the fullness of who I am. Your final breath. Exhale. Gather deep breath in. Cleanse and release. 2. And 3. Yeah, a little bit. Shake a leg, step in place. Sometimes we're doing stuff that's a lot more active. Today it's pretty cylindrical, spherical, so you might feel like you need to move around a little bit extra. Thanks for coming out to play. Until next time, peace and love.